humbling and an honor to welcome all you wonderful veterans and special guests to Swannanoa for such a momentous day. Welcome also to the Buncombe County Commissioners and other elected officials here, community members, and many others to the dedication of Highway 70 as a Blue Star Memorial Highway, and this particular section of the highway as the Highway of Heroes. This is a happy day as the Swannanoa Valley is blessed with a unique opportunity to provide, with lots of help, a permanent visual thank you note to our veterans and their families. Many people worked many hours to make this day happen, but we wish to especially thank the Buncombe County Veterans Council and other veteran groups, the Buncombe County Board of Commissioners for their proclamation, Representative Tim Moffitt for some real crucial phone calls, the North Carolina Department of Transportation, and especially Gary Aiken. As we drive along the Highway of Heroes for many years to come, those of us living here will be reminded of the sacrifices made by our veterans and their families. The friends and families of those making their final journey on this route may appreciate the honor, respect, and gratitude represented by flags and signs along the route. But I truly hope that the people most affected by seeing the Highway of Heroes signs and Blue Star signs are our young people who bear the responsibility in the future of protecting our freedoms. Perhaps now, more than ever, we need consistent visual reminders of the price people must pay for their freedom. So welcome again to you all to the Blue Star Memorial Highway and Highway of Heroes dedication ceremony. I'm almost a newcomer here, and I'm not really qualified to speak for Swannanoa, but I think I can say today, without a doubt, that Swannanoa is humble today and very, very proud.
It is an honor to be here today on behalf of the North Carolina Department of Transportation. North Carolina is the home of a proud military tradition, and our department is committed to honoring that. US 70, which stretches from the southeastern coast of our state all the way to the mountains of Madison County, is a designated Blue Star Highway. These highways serve as a tribute to the United States Armed Forces throughout history. More than 1,000 miles of state-owned roads and bridges in our state share this designation. The signs that mark these highways are a reminder of those who served in the past, those who serve now, and those who gave their lives for this country. Each sign bears a symbol of a blue star. During World War II, the Blue Star appeared on flags flown at homes of families who had a son or daughter in the service. The flag is also an important symbol of the section of US 70 from Patton Cove to Grovestone Road in Buncombe County, which we are honoring today. The flags commonly found along this stretch, however, are not flown but draped. Each year they cover the coffins of dozens of brave soldiers who passed through here on the way to their final resting place at the State Veterans Cemetery in Black Mountain. This section of the Blue Star Highway is unique in North Carolina. Recognizing that, the North Carolina Department of Transportation has given this route an additional designation, the Highway of Heroes. Gary Aiken, Janet Burho Jones, and other members of the Swannanoa Business Association were instrumental in securing this designation. As your local representative on the North Carolina Board of Transportation, I brought their request before the board for final approval. Through this designation, we hope to honor those soldiers making their final journey before they're laid to rest in the hills of western North Carolina. And we hope it will remind all others who pass through here of the sacrifices of these brave men and women made on their behalf. Today, it is my privilege to join you as we install signs marking 70 not only as a Blue Star Highway, but also as a Highway of Heroes.
Folks, when this thing came up to us to do this, it was a no-brainer. Without any discussion, there were 5 yeas to get her done. Pass a resolution and get it to Wanda and Jay and the state board. But we had to have a little help down in Raleigh. And Mr. Moffitt, we appreciate your efforts down there, sir. Thank you kindly. There's not enough we can say about veterans, not just because I'm one, but our veterans are the reason we can do these things. I got stopped by our TV friends one time when they were fussing about our salaries or something down there, and I think the Bowen stopped me and said, "But what do you think about all these people protesting?" I said, "Well, I served this country in 2 wars, so they could do that, so I don't mind it at all." But folks, we're proud of the veterans on the Buncombe County Commissioners and grateful for this day. Thank you.
I'm honored to be here this morning in this beautiful setting to pay tribute to hundreds of veterans who passed through our little community heading to their final resting place at the Western North Carolina Veterans Cemetery. I am equally honored to be in the midst of so many patriots. Thank you for this privilege. Thank you for my brothers and sisters in the Patriot Guard for being here this morning as well. Let's give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Our keynote speaker is well known in Western North Carolina and in military circles throughout the nation. His life has been dedicated to ensuring the freedoms we enjoy. For that commitment, he paid a very high price, having spent 7 years, 10 months as a POW during the Vietnam War. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, United States Air Force Colonel Scotty Morgan. Colonel Morgan.
I thank you very much for allowing me to be here. I think it was 1993, wasn't it, Bill, when I was fortunate enough to be the Master of Ceremonies at the dedication of the Veterans Cemetery. And since that time, I think, if I got some figures yesterday, I think they've buried about 4,000 people up at the cemetery, about 80% of those veterans, and about 20% of them spouses. I'd like to thank all of you who made this possible. The county commissioners, the Swannanoa Business Association, the county commissioners, and the North Carolina DOT, and those of you who made it possible. I really would like to thank all of you guys around here that run these noisy motorcycles up and down the street and wear your hair in funny bandanas and all of that stuff. It took me a heck of a long time when I got back out of Vietnam, after being shown pictures in prison of the anti-war protesters, and to come back, and it took me several trips to the Vietnam Wall, the traveling wall, to get to know you guys and appreciate what you do. I really do appreciate you. And this community appreciates you. And the day that they hauled me down this highway, I appreciate that salute. I think it's really appropriate to rename, and you did a good job. This is an appropriate name for this section of the highway, because we have the veterans in this country. You know, the reason we're able to gather here, the reason we're able to have elections and to vote, and the reason that we have what we have in this country is because of veterans. Now, some veterans were served during hostilities. Others served their country in the military doing what needed to be done. Whenever the time came, they answered the call. And it's really appropriate to see this community answering the call. It's I think everyone in Swannanoa and Buncombe County really needs to be proud of what's happened here. On the 3rd of April 1965, I took off from Saigon, landed at Da Nang, and briefed and led a formation into North Vietnam. My mission was to take a picture of the Than Hoa Bridge and the first raid on the Than Hoa Bridge. The name for that operation was Rolling Thunder Number 9. So you guys that belong to Rolling Thunder and Protect and you patriots, keep the idiots away from veterans' burial services. I thank you for that. Again, I think all of the speakers before have commented about this highway and the appropriateness of it being named the Heroes Highway. It certainly is, and we have a lot of them in western North Carolina. A lot of them standing around here, and I think it's totally appropriate that when they make their last ride for their resting place, that they go down a highway and see the flags and receive the salutes from people who really appreciate them, and this community does. I thank you for inviting me, and I pray that you'll keep up the good work and the efforts, and you veterans keep it up. Thank you.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land